once it's not from the home region of former President John Mahama, that should be good for the NDC to go with.
Yeah, the question have been put severally, about, okay, if it's not this, what?
Yes.
So some people have suggested, okay, let's go to Greater Accra, let's go to Volta, let's go to this. All that permutations and so on has been made. But let me assure you that whatever my brother is saying about ethnicity, it's not ethnicity. It's the numbers, it's strategy. We are not saying that, I'm not saying that because, we are an Ashanti region, somebody must come from Ashanti. There are people who are not from this region. I'm not saying that they are Ashantis, but they don't live in this region. And they think that, we must choose somebody from this region. And that is what we are looking at. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. And I would plead that nobody brings into, the conversation about ethnicity.
Yeah, but that will come up. I mean, you are an astute politician. That will come up.
That's what somebody wants to create. Because, look, that's what somebody, wants to create. That is an ethnic factor. It's not. People are afraid to talk about it in this way because they will say, they will say ethnicity. I'm not afraid to say it because I know it is not an ethnic issue that I'm talking about. I'm talking about where we can face our strongest opponent and win. And that is it.
Okay, here's the thing. You are very influential. You're telling us now that perhaps this is not just a reflection of an individual perspective and that some other persons within the party share the same concern with you. Has there been an effort, either overt or through your diplomatic channels, to try and reach out to now the leader of your party who's going to stand the elections in the 2024 contest to say, go for an Ashanti? What would be JM's take, for instance, on that?
Well, he will listen. If I know the John Mahama very well, he will listen to all the arguments and finally make his decision. So if we are bringing the Ashanti card because we think that we have to tackle our greatest opponent on its own turf, which for me, I feel very strongly about it, then so be it. It's not because Professor Opoku Agyeman, is not a good person, is not qualified and so on. But who says that we may not even get a professor of the same caliber from the region? But that is why I'm saying let us wait. When we are convinced that this is the way to go, we go that way.
If you're saying that, this would not be a vote of no confidence if JM changes Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman, then here's the question as well: that what will you lose as a political party if you have her running again side by side John Mahama in the 2024 elections?
Well, we have her running again. Is that what you say?
Yes. What will you lose as a party?
Well, if the president, I always say the president because he has been my president for a long time. If he decides to, go with the professor, so be it. And we will all respect that.
No, but that's not my question. My question is, what will you lose as a political party if Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman goes into the 2024 elections with John Mahama?
If I answer that question which other way, I will not be being fair to my argument, and I will not be fair to her.
Okay, so you don't have an argument, you say?
I don't have an argument. I have an argument, but I won't say this on radio.
So tell us then, because you're saying that it will be a better option for the party to go to play the Ashanti card. I'm saying that what will you then lose?
We are not playing the Ashanti card. Let's play the Ashanti region
card. Okay, good way of qualifying that. What will you lose as a political party if Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman runs again side by side John Dramani Mahama?
I don't think we will lose much. We will lose much. But I think we have a lot to gain if we chose, the region Ashanti as the battleground and use indigenous people to lead the charge. That is all that I am saying. And that is what other people are saying. And those other people are not people who live in Ashanti or are even Ashantis. So it is, I want to make it very clear that it is not, an ethnic issue. It's only a strategic issue. And we think that this is the time. There are a lot of young people in this region who on daily basis are wishing to vote for the NDC in the next election. But who is to ginger them? Who is to encourage them? Who is to lead the charge, to gather all of them? There are other business people who are interested. So that is why I think that we have to make Ashanti, the second headquarters of the NDC and work towards the 2024 election.
The NDC prides itself as one of the political parties, for namesake and for what you claim you've stood for over the years, to be a democratic political party. Are you seeking to take this out to the national leadership of the party collectively, not just as an individual?
Well, we are having discussion about all over the place, and then you use a term that you say what?
You pride yourself as a democratic political party. That's what I'm saying, sir.
I pride myself.
No, your political party, the NDC.
Yes, it is a democratic party.
Yes.
So it's not that, it's solid on that matter. In that direction. Okay, so that is it for you. We are just planning to have it done and build this thing for you. I lost the thread of your question.
Oh, apologies. I was just asking if you're going to send a petition to the national leadership of the party.
No. It's not a question of petitioning. I don't think that is the way to go. That people in the Ashanti region, we write a letter to the national and so on. But a discussion like this that we are having also goes down. And those who are leaders, they would put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
So I don't think that we are going to have a big meeting or a conference and so on and debate this. I don't think so.
Okay.
But now that this thing is being discussed, I'm sure all those who matter in making decisions in the party are also listening. At the end of the day, they will form a certain opinion, and then John Mahama will make his decision.
Yeah, he would have to make that decision. I'll give you the final word to yourself, and then Dr. Asante, who's with us. Let me start off with you, Dr. Asante. What will be the marching orders? Well, you don't hold any office within the NDC, but what do you see happening in the coming days, given what's, coming up?
Yeah, I must say that, let me first disagree with Ms. Osei. Ms. Osei was saying that you need somebody in Ashanti region to ginger the people. So my question is, are you saying that if you don't pick anybody, in case John Mahama decides that he will not pick anybody from Ashanti region, there's nobody to ginger him? That is not the case, all right? Whoever is appointed is the representative of the party. And if there is anything called gingering people, the person can do it across all the regions. You need somebody who will bring a lot on the table to support the process and to make sure that the choice that you have reflects the dreams and aspirations of the people, and the person is bringing a lot on the table. That is it. But not necessarily that you need somebody who's from the region to ginger the people before they give their vote or you win the numbers. No.
This will be a hard decision for John Mahama, you agree?
It is not. It is not. This is not the first